Well, the Perma Spike is officially back, and you guys are not gonna believe how this whole thing happened. This is probably the most unexpected crossover in BTE6, but it has actually happened, and the Perma Spike is back to where it was, and if I may say, it's not even back where it was, it's a little bit better than that even. So, let me explain to you guys what is happening and why the Perma Spike is, why am I saying that this thing is back? So, we're gonna get a little bit technical, but first let me tell you what we're doing here. So, we're gonna be playing Dark Castle in Chimps mode, and the reason why I want to do this is because I wanted to kind of do I want to travel back into the past, right? So whenever I think of the Perma Spike, for some reason I always think of this map on Chips mode, so I wanted to play it, but I also want to use an old strategy, a strategy that we used to use before, and we're gonna employ the Perma Spike as well. Let me tell you what the deal is with this Perma Spike and how this whole thing came to be, but wait, first off, are we fine with this thing? I think we are. So the strategy is going to be a ninja into a super, by the way, into the sun avatar. That thing also got a lot cheaper, the top at sun avatar, and we're going to be buying a discount village, so I don't know, you can get that thing so early now, it's actually insane. So let me have like, I think here, I want to have the ninja here, the super is going to go here on the right side, and then an alchemist on top, and I think that's going to be fine. Okay, so let me explain to you guys what the change is and why I'm saying that the Perma Spike is back. So if you take a look at the update 41 patch notes, you're going to see that there is nothing in it about the Perma Spike, and that's because the change didn't happen within the Perma Spike. It was with, and let me upgrade the double shot first. It was Striker Jones, and it was Striker Jones's level 8, which now, if you just read what it says, is that towers near the hero get plus 5% range and plus 25 pierce. But this didn't used to work like this. This was only exclusive to bombs and mortars, and now it works on every single tower, and obviously we're gonna make it work on the Perma Spike. Now, why am I saying that it, not only that it's good, but it's a little bit better than it used to? So if one Perma Spike pile has 50 pierce and it attacks every 4.85 seconds, then that would mean that it had about 10.3 pierce per second metric. So this pierce per second metric is actually a little bit of an invented one, I'm gonna be honest, but the way the Perma Spike works and all of this going through layers is might be a little bit complicated, so I thought let me just simplify it and just use it like this, and it's the same thing about both crosspaths, so don't worry about it. But yeah, 50 pierce divided by the 4.85 attack rate is 10.3 pierce per second, and this is how the old one used to work. Now after the nerf, it kept the 50 pierce, but the attack rate got increased to, let me just, am I buying, I think I might want to be buying this actually, so let's just not forget to upgrade stuff. And yeah, after the nerf, what they did is they reduced the attack rate of the Perma Spike, so now it attacks every 6 seconds, and if you divide the 50 pierce by 6 seconds, it now has about an 8.3 pierce per second, so it's about a 20% nerf. Now, with the new Striker Jones buff, which he gets on level 8, the pierce of the towers gets increased by 25%, so now that 50 pierce is now turned into 62.5 actually, and the attack rate remains the same, and the result is now 10.37 pierce per second. And so not only that this thing is as good as it used to be, but it is just a hair better actually. So this is why I'm saying that the Perma Spike is back, because it doesn't attack as fast, but now it just has more pierce with Striker Jones. So this is probably the most unusual combo that you've seen, I'm gonna be honest. Striker Jones and a Perma Spike, but when you think about it, it's not even that bad, right? Because you can use the stun ability, you can use the concussive shell, and just stun Bloons to keep them in place and buy some time with for the Perma Spike powers to just kind of, you know, stack up. So that's exactly what we're doing today. We're gonna get a Perma Spike here at the back, and that's why I have this placement of Striker Jones, by the way. It would be really nice if you can have it towards the middle. It just doesn't work on this map, right? But the pierce is 25%, so I was kind of thinking which towers benefit the most out of this, and the Perma Spike was the first one that came to mind, and it actually, the numbers do check out. I mean, I don't know how it feels in game, but yeah, we're about to test that thing. So I guess the placement is not, but we don't exactly need Striker Jones to attack, and we are gonna test some other stuff as well. We're gonna see how good it is. So Tron 39, the mob is gonna come out in a second, so ideally I want to buy the discount village right here where my mouse is next to the alchemist, and then I want to start buying the super because we can save a lot of money. But that means that this whole Moab is gonna need to get defeated by a 402 ninja being buffed by a 320 alchemist, and then I want to use the concussive shell onto the ceramics if possible, so we can keep them in place and then maybe do some damage. So we're gonna see what happens. Let's use it. Oh, I was a little early on that then, but look at this new feature, retry last round. I should make a video on this. This is a very cool one. So let's try it again and let's see how we're gonna do it this time. If I can time this onto, Yes, just like that. Is that gonna be enough? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I bought the base super. That's fine. We're gonna use the discounts on the other ones, and I'm just gonna get the village so that we can give these guys a little bit more range, and that might mean that they're gonna get a shot or two off. So let's try it like this. I mean, I didn't want to have it happen like that, but it is what it is. Let's see if this is gonna make a difference. And oh my god, that was close, but it worked out. That's fine. So let's get a discount going, and this not bad super actually. We're talking about the Perma Spike, and we're gonna get it, but I just want to mention this thing, that this thing got, the top hat super got some huge price reductions, and so this thing is in general about, let me buy the knockback first because it's a better upgrade, but this laser blast and also the plasma, they got a $500 price decrease each. So now this whole thing is, oh my god, look at it, it's 2.3k guys, come on. When have you ever paid 2.3k for a plasma blast? I feel like this thing used to be like $5,000 or something like that, and then they might have made it. Am I correct with that? Was this thing at like the 5Ks or something like that? This was super expensive. Oh, and by the way, I mentioned that this is an old strategy, but the way that you would do this old strategy is, let me buy the stronger stim, and maybe the jungle jumps make these guys a little bit stronger. And the way that you would do this older strategy is by using Oben, because Oben gives these guys Pierce. And you know what? Striker Jones now gives Pierce. So maybe this strategy is possible now, and it's not better actually because the Pierce is 25%, so you have to apply the 25% onto the Pierce number that they have. And I feel like Oben just adds a lot more Pierce, which when you convert it into a percentage, it's a lot more than 25%, is what I'm trying to say. Striker Jones might be actually a good choice for some strategies, like for example this one with the Perma Spike, and I don't know, I mean, what's another tower that hugely benefits from this thing? What's a tower that is just going to fully use this 25% Pierce? The Perma Spike is the one that came to my mind first, but I would love some of your suggestions. I mean, maybe we can try it out as well. Okay, I mean, just take a look at this, guys. I know that we're talking about the Perma Spike, and this is going to be the MVP of the video. We kind of need to stabilize before that, before buying the Perma Spike, but I just want to shift your attention towards this thing. It's round 57, and we have the Sun Avatar. And we bought everything under a discount village. The discounts that we got on this tower are insane. This was single-handedly worth it for everything. And honestly, I might even buy a discount village for the Perma Spike as well. I think I'm gonna have the village like here, because now we have the green light to buy it, right? So let's get the village like this. This is gonna be a discount village as well. I don't think that we care if Striker Jones is inside the range, honestly. He is, but it doesn't matter because he's not gonna be doing any attacking. So let's do it like that, and let's get... So here's the thing, and why I'm kind of hesitant about this placement, because I do want to have an Alchemist for this Perma Spike, but I don't want the Alchemist buffing Striker Jones, so it's only going to be like this, and it's round 63 by the way, so let's watch if this is going to be enough. I think it is, honestly. Yeah, oh my god, it's more than enough. I thought that just because we don't have Oben, that these guys are missing like a couple of Pierce, so that might be a little bit of an issue, but oh my god, it's not even close. Okay, so let me get the even faster production, and yeah, we're buying everything under a discount village, so I think that I'm just going to be saving for the Perma Spike now. Honestly, I don't want to be buying Alchemist. I think that the Spike is going to have literally 0 pops until we reach maybe around like 80, so you guys know how it goes with these rounds. We have a super stable defense, and if you haven't beaten Dark Castle on Chin's mode, this is... I don't want to say that this is the way to do it, because there are a lot of ways to do it, but this is going to be one of them. So I'm going to see you guys in a second. I mean, it's just eating up 75, isn't it? Let me use the Striker ability just to kind of hold these guys and not pop everything at once, because I'm still concerned just a little bit about the Pierce, and we have 76 incoming, so we're going to have the Concussive Shell if we need it. I hope we don't. I'm going to use it. Oh my god, are they regrowing? Spike save me. Yes, yes, I'm so happy about it. Oh my god. Is this the Oben effect? The fact that these guys are missing Pierce? I think it might be, because I didn't expect 76 to be that close. Okay, another huge wave, but this one should not be as close as the first one, I don't think, just because the, oh my god. I mean, listen, this Spike is... I thought it was gonna have 0 pops until we reach free play, but that's not true, and these 944 pops have saved us the game so far, and that's amazing. So let me buy, finally, let's buy the Perma Spike, and this is the moment, guys. This is the tower that we've been waiting for. So let me find a spot for an Alchemist. I want to buy the Alchemist in the range of a discount village, but I don't want it buffing Striker Jones. So I feel like this would be a good spot. I mean, this is probably the only spot, honestly. So let's go like this. Am I keeping it as a 3-0? Nah, I'm actually going to get this as a 4-0-0. That's completely fine. You know what? I actually think that we're going to see it in action on this specific round, because I'm not sure if the Sun Avatar can beat the ZOMG by itself. Let me not use Striker Jones' ability, and let's see if I was right. I think that some Bloons might leak, and yes, absolutely, yep, I was 100% correct. It's because it doesn't have any Pierce, right? So it's just a lot of Bloons coming out at once, and this is my prediction with the Sun Avatar, that as soon as free play rolls in, yep, exactly. I mean, this is gonna start struggling, so this is where the Perma Spike is gonna start shining. Yup, it starts doing damage, guys. Let's go. This is the one. This is the moment we've been waiting for. I think that the best round for the Perma Spike is going to be unironically around 100, because I'm going to keep the Sun Avatar as our only DPS. And what I want to do is I want to buy some maybe I'm gonna get like a glue or something like that, maybe like a couple of boomerangs and stuff like that. But the main DPS I want it to be the Perma Spike. Well, it's not gonna be the main DPS because it's probably not gonna end with the most amount of pounds, but it's just gonna do the significant amount of the work. So yeah, the round 100 bat is going to need to be fully tanked by the spike factor, and I think that's where we're gonna be able to see this new buff. Yeah, here we go. So this is gonna be the overclock. So I do plan on using the overclock exclusively onto the Perma Spike and nothing else. So the Sun Avatar is not gonna get overclock at all. So let's just keep using this thing, and you know what, let's just have this combo start working. So I'm gonna be using the concussive shell. The concussive shell is actually a shorter cooldown, starting from level 15, I think it was. Yeah, there we go. Cooldown reduced to 11 seconds. This is probably the most important one that you need. Okay, so now this entire round is probably going to walk into the Perma Spike, and that is because the Sun Avatar is gonna run out of Pierce, because it's just a lot of BFB. So I'm gonna try and keep them stunned and delay this for as much as possible. So let's just use the striker ability, and hopefully with the help of the Relentless Glue, these guys are actually a very nice combo. So just keep using the stun, but yeah, these guys are just gonna walk into the Perma Spike. But that went surprisingly well, although one of the weaknesses is just, I guess it's not just a weakness to the Perma Spike, but it's everything, and that is 45 Bloons, because they just have double the HP. So I wanted to get a mortar actually, and my question is, can I fit the mortar inside of the discount village? And I think the answer is no. We're not gonna get a lot of money back, but I just wanted to do it anyways. But I think, yeah, I'm just gonna have it like this. So let's just buy it as a 0 to 3, and then eventually it's 11,000, but we're gonna have the money in a second. Let's just keep using the stun ability. It's from 92, a bunch of ZMGs again. But yeah, so far so good, guys. I have no complaints, and I should probably just start thinking about some other side support towers for rounds like this one actually. I was gonna say 96 and 98, but you know what, this one's also an issue. So let me get I want to buy maybe like 2 more press boomerangs. Is that gonna be enough? While also using the stun ability from Striker Jones, so let's not forget to do that. And oh no, these guys are very close to the Perma Spike. They're gonna start walking in. I do want to do as much damage as possible with the Sun Avatar before them walking in, so let's just not forget to overclock this thing. Actually, there are no 45 Bloons on this round. The first 45s are 90, 96 is gonna be mobs, and then 98 is gonna have BFBs. But let me just keep using the stun, and yeah, some of them are definitely walking inside, yeah, for sure. But the more that we can protect our spike pile, then the more work is gonna do for these bigger rounds, right? So there we go. And what else? I mean, honestly, I think I'm just gonna finish this whole setup. Like, I'm just gonna buy 1 more of these boomerangs, and I think that's gonna be honestly more than enough. So let's use the stun ability to just try and keep these guys in place as much as possible. Although it's struggling. Oh my god, the Sun Avatar is struggling so much. This entire round is just going to walk into a Perma Spike. So it's only on the spike in, and this is exactly how round 99 is going to look like as well, by the way. Now we're just not stopping these guys, and there's no even the defortifying doesn't work on DDs as well. Actually, the spike pile got reduced a little bit. You can see here towards the front, but it doesn't seem to matter. So let's just keep using the Striker Jones ability, and let's try and protect this spike pile as much as possible. Do we want to buy 1 more boomerang is my question. I mean, probably not. I mean, maybe we can get away with 1 more, and we're gonna make so much money that we can probably get away with something like a first strike sub. We can have like a spike storm or something like that. But honestly, maybe just 1 more boomer, and that's about it. Yeah, I'm gonna stop here. That's gonna be everything that I buy. And 96 is just getting crushed, guys. It's getting demolished. But 97 is actually the round to which if you're using the Perma Spike strategy, and I'm just kind of, you know, it's kind of coming back to me because I haven't used the Perma Spike in a very long time. But one of the things that you do with the Perma Spike is you get this thing, you get a main Moab sniper, and one of the most important, actually the key rounds in the Perma Spike strategy is this one, because what you do is you buy I'm not gonna do it now, but I'm gonna tell you guys what you do. You get a main Moab sniper. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna have it like this because it can't target anything. And you get the main Moab sniper, and you set it on last. And so what it does is it keeps 1 single of these ZMGs. It keeps it in place. And so that is the point of that, is that it does so little damage that this thing can barely move, but it buys time for your Perma Spike to just dish out as many spikes as possible, which is gonna be enough to defend like these future rounds, like 98, 99, and 100, which should basically the most difficult rounds of the entire thing. So let me actually, it's around 98, so let me micro this thing a little bit, at least until these first ones get decamped, and I think I'm gonna leave it at the front. So let's just do this. Let's use the stun ability. Yeah, let's actually go like this. Let's use the stun ability. This is where the things are actually getting a little bit more serious, so I'm not gonna mess around. Let me just keep using the concussive shell ability. I think we should be fine, honestly. It depends on the number of Bloons that walk into the Perma Spike, but if I'm correct on this thing, I think that this whole spike pile is going to be able to tank the almost entire bat on round 100, but it all depends on how many spikes we save now, so hopefully it goes well. I'm using the stun ability, by the way. I'm spamming everything, and I feel like these boomerangs are doing a lot of work. Oh my god, that push was massive. Oh yeah, definitely. So all the small Bloons have been taken care of, and now it's only the ZOMGs, but it's like quote-unquote only the ZOMGs because these guys are going to release a lot of them. But I feel like we absolutely have this, and now the question is, how many spikes can we save? So let me just overclock again, and I feel like things are looking very good. So 2 more rounds left. This is going to be the DDTs, which I'm going to try and stun actually just for a brief second like that. Is that going to help? No, it's not. They're all walking into the spikes. Yeah, that didn't help at all. I mean, maybe one more for these Moabs if we get the cooldown. Hopefully they don't walk into the thing. And that is about it. Okay, so 17,000. If we need to restart, we can. But I am very confident that this spike pile is going to tank the entire bat. But let's just watch. So there go the DDTs and these ZMGs. Oh my god, they're not even moving, are they? I'm not going to use the Striker Jones ability, but it's thanks to these boomerangs, it's just getting pushed back. But yeah, this is the Perma Spike strategy. This is exactly how you do it. You just buy a lot of time. There it is. There it is. There is a new Perma Spike, which I'm not sure how... Were we able to see the buff? I mean, I hope we were. I know that it just kind of plugs leaks, and that's the point of this tower, but if you guys were relying on this to beat... chimps mode, then you can, if you have Striker Jones, you can go back to doing that because the math actually is checking out again. So that's great for this one. The Perma Spike is back, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm gonna see you in the next one.